Another account claims that no fewer than 15 persons were reportedly kidnapped in the Federal Capital Territory (FCT) in first 2 weeks of 2024, that is averaging 1 person per day.
The Commissioner of the Public Complaints Commission (FCT), Dalhatu Ezekiel Musa, was also reported to have disclosed that 132 persons were kidnapped and 5 killed in 3 months in the FCT. To many residents and Nigerians at large, this chilling and blood-curdling scenario is unacceptable. This is more considered against the backdrop of the negative profiling that placed Nigeria amongst worst kidnapping nations in the world. According to a report by the Abuja-based security firm Beacon Consulting, a total of 4,067 persons were abducted and 9,734 were killed by gunmen in Nigeria in 2023 alone. Dr. Kabir Adamu, one of Nigeria's foremost internal security experts, is the lead security specialist for Beacon.
That's for fatalities. For abduction, if I'm right, is in the range of 4,000 across the Federation. Yes, it still stands. This was for 2023. Our record is there to be verified by anyone who wants to verify it. We use industry standard to compile our reports, and we subject it to verification before we publish. So anyone who is interested in interrogating our report is welcome, but our figures stand.
So it still stands?
Yes, it still stands.
And the threat remains?
It remains.
Fire! 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 Get up! Get up! Come from! They don't know! Fire them! Let's go! Pursue them! Let's go! Are you okay? Everyone good? Fire now! Return fire! Everybody is good! Fire and go! Let's go! Fire them! Jump over! Fire the idiot! Good one there! Let's go! Let's go! Gentlemen, get up! Let's go! Jump up! Let's go now! Jump up! Jump up! Let's go! Inna lillahi! Fire now! Easy your hand. Return fire! Return fire! Good one! Return fire! Good one! Sorry, Oga. Jump up! Come! Good one! Come front! Come front! Come front! Come front! PK, come front! Come this side! PK, come this side! Come back small! See! Raise those machines! God, wow! Oh, that's funny! Let's go front now! Let's go! Let's go! Get up! Jump on! Let's go front! Return fire! Those machines, because of fuel, raise them up! Everybody is good! Get up! Get up! The ammunition don't finish! Get up! Use left! Come! Leave the machine! The ammunition don't finish! Let's go!
This is not a movie. It's actually real-life exchange of fire between a ground troop of the Nigerian military and suspected arm carrying non-state actors in one forest in Kaduna, northwest Nigeria. Kidnapping and hostage-taking became prevalent in Nigeria starting from 1999 after the military handed over power to civilians. The Niger Delta militants exploited the political transition as an opportunity to renew and rev up pressure to get government address underlying grievances. Consequently, from 31 incidents in 2013 with 351 kidnapped victims rose to 84 incidents in 2014 with 897 victims. By 2015, it had risen to 111 incidents with 926 victims, 137 in 2016 with 347 victims, 141 in 2017 with 532 victims, 157 in 2018 with 1,014 victims, 331 in 2019 with 1,421 victims, 439 in 2020 with 2,879 victims, 590 in 2021 with 5,287 victims. Data from SBM intelligence revealed that the country recorded a slight decline in kidnaps incidents in the three hotspots between June 2022 and July 2023, dropping to 3,620. Sadly, cases of kidnappings have now continued to surge.
There's no way abduction will take place without informants within the locality, and that is why of recent the FCT minister has been going around the area council. He has been to Bor area council, he has been to Gogoled area council, he has also been to Kwali area council to talk to the traditional institution, because most of these abduction that has occurred, we have traces of informants within the locality. In fact, the FCT police command has been able to arrest some of these some informants, and they are undergoing interrogation. And also, we also have armed suppliers to these kidnappers, to these abductors, even also residing in these localities. On January 2nd this year, the FCT Police Command arrested two armed runners for these kidnappers. And unfortunately, they also reside within the community. So it is something that is worrisome.
Residents are uneasy and living in a state of constant anxiety, demanding immediate action from authorities to restore safety and protection of lives and property. In response to the deteriorating situation in the FCT, the Inspector General of Police IGP Olukayode Egbetokun put up a special intervention squad in the territory, Abuja, to address kidnapping, kidnappers and bandits, particularly in border towns within the territory. The squad has an operational and mission brief to oversee the patrolling and security of communities along the FCT borders, intervening to control and mitigate violent attacks in the nation's capital. The SIS consists of specially trained officers ready to intervene swiftly in significant security incidents to combat threats of violent crime. The IG, who assumed office in June 2023, declared that the establishment of the SIS is a primary project under his watch.
With a profound sense of duty as we confront the crisis of kidnappings and violent crimes presently afflicting our esteemed nation, particularly in and around the Federal Capital Territory, the alarming rise in these criminal activities without equivocation demands immediate and resolute actions from us all. It is thus with a determined spirit that I proudly announce the inauguration of the first phase of the Special Intervention Squad. Conceived as an elite unit of the Nigerian Police Force, the SIS is composed of specially trained, well-equipped and highly mobile police officers and possesses the capacity for rapid intervention and effective containment of significant security breaches, such as those currently threatening the suburb of the FCT and creating panic generally. Envisioned to include 1,000 personnel in each state of the Federation, the SIS is launched today with officers and men from the tactical units of the force, supplemented by a formidable arsenal of operational assets, including sophisticated arms, drones, and vehicles. These assets, some of which are on display here this afternoon, are ready for deployment to counteract the security threats. This deployment symbolizes our unwavering commitment to the safety and security of our people, sending a clear message that criminal elements will find no sanctuary within the FCT and by extension Nigeria.
While some sees the information of the SIS as a welcome move, others say there are far more effective ways to handle the surge in kidnapping and other sundry crimes in the FCT.
Is that sufficient to address it?
No, it's not.
As a professional, do you think it's sufficient?
It is not. As a professional, what I would recommend is to do a security audit, a security survey, along the line of the 6 layers of security. There are 3 Ds and 3 Rs of security. So an audit to determine whether the 3 components of security meet the 6 requirements. The 3 audits are people's, technology, and systems. These 3 things come together to form a good security management structure. Now, the first element is deter. Deter means not just the current threat, but the one that will come after it, that element is able to prevent it from occurring. The second one is to deny. In other words, if the threat element decides to come into any part of the FCT to act, you have the capability to deny it from acting. The third element, where you're not able to deter it or deny it, to delay it. Then the 3 R's will be response. You're a journalist. I urge you, go to a farm in Kwali this afternoon and place a call to 112 or 122 and just wait and see how long it will take before you get response. So number 5 is the review process. After an incident has happened, a family of 7 were abducted in Wari. Have we reviewed the incident to identify what went wrong? What did we do well? What do we need to do to ensure a non-reoccurrence? That's the review process. And then the last one is the recovery component. In other words, when we do the review process, what do we need to implement to ensure that these things don't happen again? So a security audit that looks at the 3 elements that I've mentioned, people, technology, and systems along the line of the 6 things is what is needed. Now, if we create a squad, that squad, yes, maybe to a large extent can apply to element 1, deterrent. Maybe the criminals may be deterred by the fact, but I don't think they were. The fact that we're still recording abduction incidents. They may also lead to the second element, which is deny. I don't think so, because this squad is domiciled in Amak only. It's not domiciled in the other 5 council areas. And then, of course, the element around response. Maybe that squad can support that. I have also heard that the president has approved for the minister to purchase equipment, tracking equipment. Yes, maybe it will help. But if you pick each one of these 3 Ds and 3 Rs, you will find out that we don't have an institutionalized and systematic security system in the FCT Abuja. I'm just giving you an example that you can go to Kwali and place a call and see how long it will take. In security requirement, the standard is it has to be between 2 to maximum 15 minutes, depending on the type of incident. There are certain incidents that 2 minutes is the minimum. Abduction, as an example, when the entire process could just be 5 minutes. So in that instance, what you need is 2 minutes immediately.
In an aberrant quick win, the SIA, 2 days after it was launched, picked up 3 alleged Abuja-based gun runners and 4 suspected kidnappers who terrorized the FCT and neighboring communities.
It's important for us to know that barely for this, the IGP launched a special intervention squad for the Federal Capital Territory. These achievements started rolling in. The first case we'll be revealing today, the case conspiracy, kidnapping. First involved are Idris Ishaku, aka Yellow. Are we having Yellow here? Can the IPOs of all these cases be on standby and bring your suspects one after the other as their names are being announced? Bala Umar, male 27 years, and Dairo Salisu, male 27 years. These ones are those repeat Ishaku, Bala Umar, and Dairo Salisu. Preliminary investigations show that this group in the Federal Capital Territory, including some that have occurred in the Buhari axis of the Federal Capital Territory. Our operatives are currently intensifying efforts to rescue the hostage in their captivity and make sure other members of this gang are apprehended immediately.
Almost as if to bolster the winning streak in turning the table round and putting the heat on the kidnappers, came the cheering report of a string of successful rescue operations by the police and other security forces. Amongst this was the tracking and arrest of one Chinaza Phillips, alleged to be a notorious kidnapper operating within Abuja metropolis.
The said Chinaza was purportedly caught in the process of kidnapping a man identified as Segun Akiemi, taken in his residence in the FCDA quarters in Garki 3, Abuja, January 17. The police operatives in Kaduna had reportedly blocked the suspected kidnapped vehicle, and on sensing danger, the kidnappers opened fire.
The police fired back, and in the resultant exchange, nabbed Chinaza with 3 others currently at large being trailed by the police.
The victim's vehicle, 2 Reti G17 pistols, 1 Beretta pistol, 9 PAK ammunitions, and 5 special ammunition were recovered from the alleged kidnappers. Similarly, the FCT Police Command announced the successful rescue of all of those kidnapped in Buhari by bandits on January 2nd, among them the Al-Qadriya family. A joint security operation comprising the military, police, and intelligence services facilitated the freedom of the victims around Kajuru Forest in Kaduna State. About 23 persons were abducted on January 2nd, 2024 in the Zuma 1 area of Kawu and the Buhari Area Council of Abuja.
This is Kawu. This is the headquarters of the whole problem. So we are here now at the headquarters. We have passed all their joints, all their routes, all their track routes. From you can see all of them as you are coming. So this is where no person agreed to go. We are here.
The police confirmed that all the victims, including 5 sisters whose abduction had raised nationwide concerns, were rescued at about 11 p.m. on Saturday and had since been reunited with their families.
On January 26, Force Headquarters released what termed Record of Groundbreaking Success of the IGP SIS. In it, disclosed that in 2 weeks, 139 suspects were arrested, 159 kidnapped victims rescued, 17 arms and 604 ammunition were recovered. Prominent among these successes was the interception of a group of persons along the Abuja-Kaduna Expressway who were major suppliers of arms and ammunition to bandits operating in Niger, Zamfara, and Kaduna states. The police disclosure also revealed that in the early hours of Friday, 26 January 2024, men of the IGP SIS engaged some armed bandits within the FCT Kaduna axis in fierce gun battle, neutralizing 3 of them, including the gang leader, one Megemu, aka Gadoro. The police concluded that the gang and its camp were destroyed. The IGP SIS operatives on the 21st of January 2024 arrested 2 major gun-running kingpins, alleged suppliers of locally fabricated arms and various types of ammunition to several assailants operating in the north-central region of the country. 2 other alleged kidnappers were arrested in the Jikoyi area of the FCT with several arms and ammunition recovered from them after a gun battle, which also led to the rescue of kidnapped victims.
The bandits terrorizing the FCT and neighboring states of Kaduna, Nasarawa, and Niger are said to be camped in the Kajuru Forest in the southern Kaduna area, previously said to be used by the military to train its personnel but had been abandoned, making it a haven for the bad elements.
This thing, okay, is there anybody? Yes. You are the custom officer. Okay, what's your name? Okay.
My ID card, they go.
Just a go. They are sick. Okay. But sir, this thing. Okay, is there anybody? Yes.
The kidnapped victims in this footage were also rescued in similar circumstance by these Nigerian soldiers.
What's your name?